Hi everyone, welcome to yet another Hall of Fame interview. And here we have Shalaka Mayekar. She joined our community just a few months ago, and the moment she joined our community, she literally stunned us with amazing cakes that she produced as part of the Super Baker program. So, thank you so much, and very well deserved, Shalaka. Tell us something about yourself, like where are you from and what is your profession? Like right now, I know that you are taking many orders, but before that, what do you used to do?
Before I start, ma'am, I would like to thank you a lot for giving this opportunity. I do not know whether I deserve it at all or not, but still, I'm really happy and fortunate to be here with you with as a Hall of Fame candidate. So basically, ma'am, I'm located at Thane as of now.
Okay.
My marriage, and I'm from Mumbai. So
Okay.
I used to stay in Dombivli first, and
Okay.
post marriage now I'm in Thane. So
Acha.
I'm a BCom graduate.
Hmm.
And as I have mentioned earlier, that cooking was my passion from beginning, and along with cooking, baking I cannot say, because during our days, I mean, when I was in college or school, I was knowing about how to bake a cake. I mean, cake is baked, or I mean, the concept was not known to me
Correct.
very.
Correct.
Yes, as being a foodie, I used to enjoy food, and not only me, my whole family is a foodie.
Oh,
And
lovely.
my brother was a foodie, my dad was a foodie, and we used to enjoy cooking food at home and
Hmm.
eating outside as well.
Okay.
So basically, the journey started like, my friends used to come at my house. I should not say for taking tuitions from me, but then we used to have a exchange of studies, and at that time my parents used to go for work, so we
Okay.
had something for eating, post studying for long hours. So I used to cook some dishes and used to enjoy it. So cooking
Lovely.
was my passion from my school days, I should say.
Lovely.
And slowly, steadily, we used to enjoy having sweets.
Hmm.
Sweets. So that time we used to have cakes, or
Correct.
something like that during festives. We used to order, or maybe during birthdays and all. So then we have a background of banking. I mean, my mom was into a bank, my brother was into a bank. So
Okay.
it was never a thought that I should go into any profession related to teaching or cooking.
Okay.
But eventually, like, I was a banker on temporary basis for some years,
Mm-hmm.
and then I went into a teaching profession where, I thought that banking is not my area to work upon.
Mm-hmm.
Some point of time, I thought that I should switch over, and
Okay.
I gave a try for a teaching profession. I mean,
Okay.
I scored good marks into it, and I did quite well. And then for 14 years, I was a teacher into a reputed school.
Wow.
And somehow, because of my health issues, like both of my eyes are operated for
Oh.
some early cataract and glaucoma problems, and
Oh.
then I had to quit my job.
Okay. Okay.
These are the recent developments which had happened
Oh.
post years of my job. And that time my husband was knowing that I am into, I wanted to start with my cooking passion and baking passion ahead. I want to take that ahead. So
Mm-hmm.
he then suggested me, why don't you take it right now? I mean,
Hmm.
really, you're planning for that. So why do you are a workaholic, because to work for long hours when I was in school. So again, sitting idle at home was not a good choice.
Absolutely.
Then we have our extended family, we have family friends also, who pushed us like, you should do something. I mean, you
Hmm.
have to do something which you're passionate about. And because I was into this passion, I started with my home kitchen. That was
Lovely.
2020 in February. And then all of a sudden, all this COVID crisis came up, and then there was pause. But then
Hmm.
from 1st June, I started full-fledged home kitchen where, I used to serve a lot many people who were COVID patients, and likewise as.
Wow.
And then this triggered into my mind, why only cooking? If I
Hmm.
to bake cakes as well, because I used to bake cake for my family. So bake
Huh.
cake for my husband's birthday, my son's birthday, or mother-in-law's birthday,
Okay.
and maybe probably the 2020 New Year. I mean, 19th, 31st December 2019, I had baked a cake for our New Year Eve, where our family friends were there at a home. But then it was not as per the market type taste.
Hmm. Hmm.
Very, because that was what we always have.
Correct.
So it was like with the ready-made mix, like Pillsbury and what we get. But I was contented with what I made. I mean, we all
Yes.
were happy with what it was.
Hmm.
But then somehow I thought that this is not the correct way of baking. I mean, there has to be some, exactly how it has to be.
Hmm.
So why not give a try? Then 2020 December at one day workshop attended.
Hmm.
And eventually, maybe on that hands-on workshop, I learned some cakes. I mean, it was not, I cannot term it as a good or bad, but yeah, it was a good one where I made few cakes later on. And even that were enjoyed by our family and friends. But then again, I felt something was missing. I mean, there has to the texture, or maybe I was not completely able to design it properly.
Hmm.
What to do? So I was searching out for something where I can learn more, and I happened to see an ad, and this is the way how I've come till here.
Okay. Okay. So, like after doing that baking course, then you still went ahead and joined my 3 days home baking masterclass. Is
Right.
that what you want to say?
No, see, yeah. Somehow, like, as I said, I mean, I was not satisfied with what I did only for a day.
Hmm.
Very precise. I mean, I did not completely understood the method about it, probably. So maybe few cakes happened good. I mean, they were not that bad, but still
Okay.
there was something missing.
Something missing.
Where I couldn't maybe decorated it very well, or put on very well, or maybe the flavors. I was not understanding. Seeing all the YouTube videos or Facebook videos, I mean, I tried a lot, but quite a times they were failures, to be very frank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
I had
understand.
to learn. Yeah, I had to learn. So I thought that why not give a try for this 3 days home baking class? I mean, let's see what it is.
Yeah.
And it was on 10th of December, and I would like to mention here it was my best friend's birthday that day.
Wow.
And on the same day, when the first cake was, you had asked us to bake it, and we did it. And we did the chocolate dripping on it, and I had sent her. I sent her through courier
Wow.
and it reached perfectly well, and they thoroughly enjoyed.
Wow.
And it was something out of, I was absolutely not thinking that maybe she'll like it or not, but they enjoyed it completely. So then I thought, no, this is something good I should go ahead with. So I thought that I'm on a correct platform then.
Lovely, lovely. So in just 3 days, I mean, there was some problem, right? With little bit or whatever you were baking, you are not satisfied with something. So was the 3 days workshop enough, or what made you jump into the Super Baker program?
Correct. So in that, first of all, ma'am, this is not just to please you, but let me be very frank enough and tell you that in those 3 days which I observed, being a teacher, I mean, I'm quite, maybe in the depth and knowledge which I wanted. In those 3 days which I saw is you went step by step with all the basics of the baking. I mean, to be literally termed as a science of baking, which I think so a layman doesn't know. I mean, if I ask someone, do you know the techniques of baking scientifically? So no one must be knowing about it. But the way you took us from there, I mean, from the first day, the basic cake, baking the basic cake, then the icing, and then the varieties of basic sponges. I mean, they were literally superb. And then when it came, I mean, I was not expecting that on the third day you will give us the next offer of coming into Super Bakers program, because it is never mentioned, nowhere mentioned anywhere. But when it came on the third day that you are going to teach us ahead with the baking concept, I made a decision. No, I have to go ahead and I have to enroll and I have to learn all the basics from you. So I did that. I took a great decision, I must say, because I'm really enjoying what I'm doing now.
Yeah. So thank you so much for trusting me just after joining the 3 days workshop. Really means a lot, Shalaka. So tell us about the program. Like, see, a lot of people are very skeptical about the online classes, right? I mean, people want to go ahead and do the hands-on classes. They want to see, and only then they feel that the learning will come to full circle. But Now you have done so many courses related to baking, or you in cooking also you have a lot of exposure already since you are a foodie. So how this the Super Baker program, where we have given you pre-recorded courses, how that has helped you actually get the technique right?
Correct, ma'am. As I said, as I was surfing the Facebook, I had a thought that I will go for an online class only, because I have some family responsibilities where I cannot go out and do the classes. My
Right.
son is in 10th standard now. I have responsibilities of my mother-in-law and my mother, so I cannot devote a lot of time outside and learn for the cake process. So basically, I had given a thought that I will go online only.
Okay.
I had in back of my mind whether this will work out or not, because working actually on something and seeing the videos and working on it, because as I said, I had
Got it.
already pre-recorded videos on YouTube and Facebook, and it's
Yes.
coming across. I mean, they are never up to the mark, to be very frank. I mean, I'll be
Absolutely.
very frank about it.
And completely agree with you on that.
Yeah. So then still I thought that the way on the second day, when you saw each one of our cakes, I mean, during the home baking masterclass itself, in that 3 days workshop,
Yeah.
when I posted my cake, or when I saw you giving the suggestions, or giving all the correct or wrong tips on whatever we had done, I mean, that time it triggered me. No, this you are going so in depth about making us understand the correct way of baking.
Right.
I said, this online class is also going to help me for sure.
Oh.
It's not only going to be a online, just looking at the videos and baking the cake. Yes, you had promised us that you will be assessing us, you will be giving all the support throughout the program. I thought, no, I should give a try for this. And I had some family members or friends, little bit worried on if it was going to work or not. But then I said, why we shouldn't give a try. And I was confident of myself that whatever a teacher says to me, whatever you're going to tell me, I'm going to follow the same steps.
Right.
So then I said I give a thought that I should go ahead. And then when we started with the first module itself, there was a drastic change in my baking.
Lovely.
And when I did the normal cakes, like maybe a strawberry or a pineapple cake, which we do for the first modules.
Yes.
I mean, those were so tempting and delicious, and they never happened before. Then it was a vouch, it was a stamp that no, I'm doing it correctly. And your the whole course that you have given is so in a structured form and designed so well that I had some problems during my module. I had posted during my course as well that I was not able to complete in the days stipulated, maybe given for that course. But then it was given, I mean, there is a lot of time given to complete each and every module, I must say. I mean, there is no hurry. There is in every module, you have given enough steps for us. The videos are designed so well that if anyone will just watch the video properly, maybe number of times, and understand and follow step by step what you have shown, I'm sure no one will go wrong about it.
Amazing.
So I followed what you have done.
Lovely. Thank you so much. And again, thank you so much for having that faith in me. It really means a lot. So Shalaka, tell us about the community, like how the community members have helped you, or how has that experience been, being a part of the community of like-minded people?
Correct. Even that was a great step, ma'am, from your side, because getting into a community of maybe same liking persons. I mean, we all were learners, to be short on this say that we all are learners. Still, every one of us were giving some or the other inputs, looking at your videos or posting our ordered cakes or posting assessment cakes or assignment cakes, and everyone had their own way of doing it. So there was no copy of anyone, and it was so nice that whenever any one of us were posting the videos, we were getting positive comments from it. So it was absolutely motivating for us, first of all, every time I used to post the cake, I waited for your response. I mean, what you will say about my cake. I was like a child. I mean, I used to tell my husband and my son, now I want to see what Dipti ma'am has said about it. But then, even before that or post that, whatever comments used to come from my fellow mates, I mean, they used to be really very motivating.
Correct. It was very encouraging to
Yeah,
be.
they used to give
Yeah,
enough inputs. I mean, they used to give a lot of inputs on whatever pics we used to upload. So
yeah.
that is very encouraging, ma'am, and that is really applaudable. I mean, thanks for that. That community wala concept is really great.
Amazing. So, and tell us about your experiences about the mastermind sessions as well, because those are limited, right? Like
Right.
the recordings will stay with you,
Right.
but yeah. So how that has helped you?
Again, this was something out of the box. I mean, I never thought, I at least never thought that there would be a mastermind session like this where we can get connected with you one to one. I mean, solving our doubts. I mean, you patiently solving our doubts for that many hours is not easy. I can absolutely correlate with it because being a teacher, I know standing or sitting, maybe speaking to someone in front of you for a long as is not easy. You took each of our questions so patiently, you handled them so well. I mean, uh, some basic questions as well, which were repeated many a times. You used to solve it very nicely. So, mastermind sessions basically are very important. I mean, those who will enroll for this course ahead. I mean, if anyone will ask me, I'll suggest them do not miss the mastermind sessions because each and every doubt, Facebook community is always there. I mean, you do respond there as well very nicely. I mean, whenever we have doubts, but the mastermind sessions are more in depth. I mean, whatever is missed, you can post it there and you get the queries solved. So it is a very great concept again.
Correct. Amazing. So now, how would you describe yourself right now? Like before and after the program, what the change do you see in yourself, and how is your family reacting to your, new you?
Yeah. So basically, ma'am, as I said, I was, learning cakes before I joined the course. Okay, I was doing it. Somehow it happened that 2020 December, I had joined the one-day course, and
Hmm.
post, I think so, 2021 December, I joined your course. I mean, it's absolutely a coincidence, but this happened that exactly after a year, I joined your course. So I saw drastic change into maybe right from the basics of baking. As you correctly mentioned it, there is a science behind baking because as I'm into cooking as of now, so I know that though baking and cooking are completely different, still they have something a common thing that it's basically a science behind it.
Yes, absolutely.
Then understanding what you cook or bake, it is always important, and that happened after I joined your class. I mean, you should know what you're doing. I mean, it was never a let go for us. I mean, you being a teacher, you were a teacher. I mean, you never just let us go. I mean, just paid off the fees and you forget it. It was not like that. You always kept a note on what we were producing later
Hmm.
on from the inputs that you gave, and then working on it slowly, I found a difference in my baking method. I mean,
Hmm.
the not only the basic thing, but then the complete finishing about it,
Hmm.
and then creating something new as well. I mean,
Hmm.
you always said that never copy someone. So,
Yeah.
being something new, creating something novel, it's not that easy. But then you gave that confidence again. And yes, then I saw a good difference that, planning is very important in what was doing.
Yeah.
Always explained that when you have an order, or maybe if you want to bake a cake, how to go about it. You need not hurry about the things. To
Hmm.
keep the basic sponge ready, and maybe step by step, how do you complete the full cake designing. So
Hmm.
that was very much important, which I was never knowing. I mean,
Uh,
baking a cake is like making the sponge and completing the decoration. That is
yeah.
what I learned from the previous maybe one day workshop, because that was a one day workshop.
One day workshop. Yes.
Yeah, that was what was designed in that program. But then
Correct.
when I joined this a complete duration program which you have designed, I mean, there I saw a difference that I got perfect techniques of baking.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
Then the output was that was great. And then because it was not only about how it comes out, I mean it is giving that efforts right from the beginning till the final product. So
Yes.
and then there is a change obviously in my output. I mean everyone is enjoying it. Whenever I used to during my course also, whenever I used to make the cakes, my family used to be the first one to let me see what you have done. I used to generally do it at the later half of the day, because I used to be loaded with some orders or some responsibilities at home. So I used to do it at night peacefully. So
Huh.
in the morning, everyone used to be like curious what was there in the fridge.
Okay. Okay.
So, and
Okay.
then I gave some cakes to my friends, my extended family members as well to taste, because they had tasted my earlier cakes as well. So I
Correct.
took the feedback from them that what they feel there is a difference between my baking then and now. So
Oh.
then I got good feedback from them that there is a complete change in the outlook. I mean the way it looks, the way it tasted, and
Lovely.
then there is a difference, ma'am, for sure. I would
Love.
like to mention an incident here. Recently, I mean, last Sunday, we had a family function, and
Uh-huh.
I really like to cook or do something for our family members. So this time, I thought that I should not cook or something. I should bake a cake and take.
Wow.
So I had done. I failed to post it in our group, but I'll do that soon.
Hmm.
I had taken a 2 kg gulab jam and rasmalai cake done. I made
Oh.
it at night, and I took it all over to Pune. So
Wow.
I was driving. We were driving through our car, so I took it over there. In between, we had a issue. I mean, we had some issue that we had some engine failure, brake failure
Oh.
in our car, and we were stuck up somewhere. So
Hmm.
I was worried till reaching Pune. That cake has to be in a proper shape. It must taste good.
Yes.
It must
Yes.
fresh. But to my amazement, I mean, when we reached there, I mean, it was almost 4 hours later, the cake was perfectly in shape. It tasted amazing. It was a 2 kg cake,
Wow.
and till I was cutting it. A post-art program has to cut. I did all the cutting and I served everyone. More than half was finished in no time. So it was loved by everyone. So
Superb. Superb. I'm so happy for you. I'm
yeah,
really
this
happy for
wouldn't
you.
have happened.
Amazing.
I'm sure this wouldn't have happened unless I knew the basic techniques from you. I mean, that is what I should say.
Amazing. Amazing. So, and now tell us about, like now you are into cooking as well. Like you already used to take a lot of cooking related orders, right? Since you are into that business, and now you have combined baking as well. So, how you are doing that? Like how you are marketing your cakes, or how you are taking up the orders? And we would also like to know, like, how you are managing everything, like balancing everything. You have your family responsibilities as well. You have these orders as well, and you finish the course in time, right? I mean, that is the reason you are a Hall of Fame candidate. You gave your best shot. You gave your 100% to each assignment and assessment that was part of the program. So that is why you are here. But how did you balance that? So first tell me, how did you balance your existing responsibilities while doing the course? And now after the course, how you are doing that with the orders?
Yeah, basically, when I started the course, I was completely. I had kept in my mind that I have to complete it very faithfully, and then I have to complete it properly.
Hmm,
It's not
right.
taking into a course and just finishing at peace. I
Yeah.
had decided that I will complete it in a proper manner, and then as slowly as we had the time limit for each and every modules to be completed. I
Huh.
think every module gives us a chance of going to a next level. That
Yeah.
is the way you have designed it.
Yeah.
So when I was completing it, it happened very smoothly. I mean, I never found it a burden that I have to complete this, or I have to produce the cakes as you have shown. It is structured so well that going from a basic cake to a design, top design cake.
Hmm, hmm.
Itself is planned so well that I was not in a hurry to on it. You gave
Oh,
us enough time of completing, though it was managing family plus the basic food orders which I have plus the course I have taken. I never found it stressful. I
oh,
do it very well. I mean, as I told you, I used to do it in later half of my
yeah.
day. So
Yeah.
by the time, I was there at that time, I was free. I mean, I used to keep myself free for the completing our course. And then I had planned it as, that I should be completely into making that cake now. I mean, into, because as we say, like if you cook with your soul and heart, it's going to be
Yeah.
delicious. So it's same
Yes.
with the baking as well. I mean, if you put your heart and soul into it and do it, very peacefully with all your mind, it's going to come good. So I had
Okay.
that concept in my mind, and when I used to, take orders as well as to keep those days free for me,
Hmm.
baking, or if I'm baking a cake, I have to keep orders aside. I mean,
Okay.
it has to be, planned, structured. So that I did. I mean, I would imagine my family helps me a lot with all these things. My mom is there, my mother-in-law is there, my husband gives. I mean, he's tremendously supportive, and my son as well. I mean, they used to keep me quite motivated doing that. My
Okay.
son used to tell me that you have to complete the course, do it well. I mean, he used to always monitor me. Are you completing it? What is next? He used to tell me. He is also quite foodie, so he used to always be eager, like what is next now.
Okay. Okay.
I had that stress, ma'am. I did it quite well. I mean, yeah,
Super. But I love that dedication. I mean, I can literally imagine the whole picture in front of my eyes, You have the supportive family as well, plus you are doing orders, plus you are, see, cakes, even if, yeah, I understand that it is structured very well, but still you have to do, right? You have to make the sponge, do the icing, but hats off to your dedication. In spite of having so many things, you not only finished the course, but you did it in style. I mean, every cake, I mean, after this interview, I'm definitely going to show all the viewers your work, and they will get to see what I'm talking about. So yeah, go ahead. Now you can tell me, like, how did you manage the orders? Now the program is complete for you. So now how are you taking the orders and how are you managing that?
yeah. Now, ma'am, along with the food orders that I'm taking, the brochures that I send across, I have
Yeah,
added our as well. I mean, the cake flavors, and I've added our designs as well.
love.
Presently, in this year, I have thought about going little slow because I said my son is in 10th standard and I
Yeah.
have some other responsibilities at home as well. So this year I'll take a bit slow, but then I do have orders from my friends or my mom's friends, or maybe people knowing about it or spreading it with the mouth of word. So
Yeah.
whenever the orders come, I do take them. But
Yeah.
again, as I said, that I planned it. If it is a food order, I keep it as a basic food order only, and then I do not club with the cake order as of now. But
Correct.
slowly steady, because I want to keep it unique. I wanted to keep it a fresh home cooked food and a fresh home cake. So I
Lovely.
don't want to anyone saying that it was a stale one,
Yeah.
maybe with the food also the quality had gone down.
Yes.
I
Yes.
have an vision, clubbing it together. I'll do that, somehow I'll manage with that as well. But presently, I have kept in my mind, if it is a food order and a cake order, I'll plan accordingly that, maybe, we adjust with the timings then. So we
Super.
do like that. And that is what
Super.
I've planned for ahead as well.
And I'm so happy for you. I can see a true businesswoman over here because you are very clear what do you want to do. And the entire thing, like I said, it is a picture in front of me that is happening. And you are very, very dedicated, Shalaka. I'm so happy that you are a part of the Superbaker program. Now, just last few questions, like what would you tell the person who is, still thinking about joining a Superbaker program? Like, do you want them to take that leap of faith and see what is inside the program and what changes can happen to their life?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Again, I'll mention here one incident. There's a lady from whom I used to take materials regarding the cake baking. She used to guide me. I mean, what is good, what you can purchase. She used to send me pics and all. So when she happened to see my cake bakes, I mean, she said that there is a drastic change in what you were making earlier and what the outputs are right now. What you have done. So then I told her, I have done an online course. She was, as you said, she was quite skeptical about it. I mean, she was not sure whether an online course will really help her or not. So I said, see, you have to experience it. I'll share my experience, what I've seen. I have a number of friends, I mean, with the Facebook community friends who are doing it, who have done it already. But then, to be very true, people are still, I mean, in those minds, like online, if it is, if it works or not. But then those who are really interested into course, an online course, I'll really tell them that you should go ahead with the course that I have been now right now, because I have done completely, I have finished the course very well. So it is not only about understanding, just what it is going online. It is you making us do along with the course. I mean, that is very important, which never happens in anywhere else if we go, for any course otherwise. Like if it was a Monday course, hands-on course as well, it was not we doing completely what was shown.
Hmm.
It was always a teacher doing it and we sing and we doing some of the other techniques. But
Correct.
here it is, though we are onto an online course, we are seeing each and every video completely, and which is with us till, for the lifetime access. And then you working on it slowly and steadily.
Yeah.
So never give a thought about whether it will work or not. You should go for the course. And if it is about our super pickers program, yes, you have to take a chance, because if you want to understand the science behind it, the basic behind the baking, you should always go with it. I mean, I'm for this. I'll go ahead and I'll keep on propagating our super bakers program for sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And your friend has definitely joined us. Today we are having the orientation session for her batch. So let's see. Hopefully soon I'll do another Hall of Fame interview with your friend as well. So thank you so much, Shalaka. Just one last question. Like you can tell us like about your home kitchen, or what is the name of your home kitchen or your home bakery name also, we would love to know.
Yeah. Before that, I'll tell you about the experience of my friend who has joined the class, ma'am. She
Huh.
talked to me on the third day. She said that this is fantastic. I had baked the cake which ma'am showed on the home baking masterclass itself. And it was really awesome. And I'm going to enroll for this. I mean, she never gave a second thought on whether I should go ahead with the Super Bakers program or not. So
Okay.
says itself that how good it is. So it's nothing to say more on it, because it's a great course and everyone has to go for it according to me. And yes, my kitchen's name is SM Kitchen. It is on my name, Shalaka Maker. So it is SM Kitchen. And
Okay.
basically, I cook. I cook all the meals. I serve breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything. But
Lovely.
presently, I'm into taking party orders.
Okay.
And then, because I want to complement what I'm doing right now. I'm doing cake baking
Hmm.
as well, so I want to complement it with my party order. So
Lovely.
we see a one-stop shop outside somewhere. Some years down the lane, I want to create a food junction, where we I specific food dishes which will sync with our cake bakes. And for anyone who is foodie, or anyone who wants to eat and enjoy home cooked food as well as home bakes, they'll come to into our kitchen. So SM
Amazing.
Kitchen would be a brand. I mean, let us see. Let's hope for it.
Yeah, yes, it will be. It will be with your vision and with your dedication. I'm sure in the near future, in just few years, it is definitely going to happen. And these party orders, so how you are delivering it right now? It is only restricted to Thane, or you are doing it like you are delivering it to different places as well
No, we deliver it across Mumbai. Yeah.
across Mumbai.
Yeah,
Lovely,
we have
lovely.
a delivery guy set up. I used to
Oh,
go with P-Fast earlier. Now I have my own delivery guy set up with, and I do
super.
deliver it across Mumbai as well.
Amazing, amazing. So you will see my order coming your way very, very soon.
I'll
And
be,
love
I'll be
to
very
test the food that you are making because you are so passionate about it. I'm sure it is going to taste just amazing. So can't wait to taste your food, Shalaka.
thank
So
you.
on that note, thank you so much, Shalaka. Again, it was so pleasure to have you for this Hall of Fame interview, and it was an inspirational journey that you have. Just described in just last few minutes. Your cakes were superb, and I'm sure in near future, the Foodie Junction, I'm definitely going to visit that very, very soon. So
Thank you.
all the best, and any last thoughts that you want to share, Shalaka?
Yeah, I would like to share something, ma'am. I mean, whenever you are doing something, I mean, I feel you have to do with a great motivation yourself, by motivating yourself. You should give your heart and soul, and one should be always a learner. I mean, this thing also, I have learned from you. You always mention that, I learned so many things from you, and it's not easy for a teacher to say that, because I have been seeing, ma'am, you always were on a part of not only spreading the knowledge, but when you said that I also learned from you, that means you are into a part, where it can be spread more ahead. So when it is like understanding yourself properly, giving your best out of it, I mean, when you put your heart and soul into it, and then you be on the learner side, you never will go down. I mean, that is what I feel.
Correct. Amazing. So thank you so much for being a part of this amazing interview, and all the best, Shalaka. Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much, ma'am. Thank you so very much. Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.